And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, as we welcome you to the Pope Prep live stream, where we are here at Pope Francis Preparatory School bringing you live coverage. It's your boys varsity soccer versus the visiting Belchertown Orioles. I'm Don Percy here, the voice of the Cardinals, and it has been a while since we have been here back up in the box and a live stream. Pope Francis right now looking to snap a 3-game losing streak over the weekend and last at home. Most recently, a 2-0 loss versus Ludlow High. So they certainly look to turn things around here. That game was at home Monday. Unfortunately, we were unable to bring you live coverage of that game. But here we are today. Belchertown, on the other hand, looking to get off of a losing streak as well. A 4-0 loss coming over Long Meadow. And that was, again, on Monday night. Belchertown, though, with a 6-4-2 record here as they come into today's game. Pope Francis, on the other hand, not with it record too shabby, though. 2-4-5. Their record coming into this game, though, 2 wins coming over Pittsfield High, their first game of the season, and their third game of the season, East Long Meadow. Ever since then, it has been a road filled with ties and losses. So they look to end that here tonight as with only 4 games, or rather 4 games outside of this game left in the season for Pope Francis, as they will play Chicopee High, Monument, Mountain, Long Meadow, and then to round it all off versus Springfield Central High School here at Pope Francis. Be sure to tune in for that, ladies and gentlemen. That will be senior night on Friday the 17th. Belchertown, on the other hand, 3 more games other than this game here. As we look at the MIAA power rankings right now, Pope Francis held a high spot. They were at the number 8 spot, but ever since those 3 losses, they've really gone down here. From once it was the number 8 spot in the Division III rankings, now falling to the 21st spot. Ever since then, Belchertown has overtaken them, and as they now hold the number 17 spot with their 6-4-2 record in the Division III power rankings. But above all of this, that we did not expect to see, it is Chicopee storming to the number 6 spot in the Division III power rankings with an 8-1-2 record. As Belchertown played them the first game of the season, they would take a 2-1 loss, so very, very close game, certainly for Belchertown. As Pope Francis is set to take on Chicopee this Saturday at 11 o'clock. That'll be at Chicopee High, so any folks in the area, be sure to go to that game if you have some free time. Certainly it'll be a very, very good game here. Probably more than likely only a 1 or 2 goal differential. But as we've seen so far, while the Cardinals might not have had that good of a record, especially in their last couple of games here, Max Graham with a 92% save percentage, stopping 82 shots out of 89 shots on home field. You really can't ask for much more. I know we've gone back to this a lot, ladies and gentlemen, but it really, a key to this, especially on your defensive side, a goaltender. And Max Graham has just stepped up big here. Came in as a freshman last year, splitting games with Liam Feely. So he had some big shoes to fill here, especially now being the starter here in the sophomore year. Mind you, still 2 more years here that we very well could see him here at Pope Francis, starting for the Cardinals. So he has done a great job in that, playing on the defensive side for Pope Francis. Really, really well job done by him. So both teams looking to snap the losing streak here as they played each other earlier on in the year, and this would result in a 1-1 tie. But before that, it was all Pope Francis here with the last 3 games in hand, with a 3-0 win and a 2-1 win, most recently last year. So Pope and Belchertown both looking to get back on the winning track here. Pope looking to get some going to the offensive zone here. Shot off to the side. Walsh looking to spin around and get a shot off for goaltender Luke Dudek. Going to just keep it out of harm's way. As well, girls senior night for volleyball. We will be bringing you live coverage of that game on Friday, this Friday the 10th. So be sure to tune in for that, ladies and gentlemen, the girls senior night. As well, unfortunately, we will not be able to bring you coverage of the girls soccer game for senior night. I myself will not be in attendance, and I do not believe the film crew will be here either. But just in case we are filming, just to give the folks at home a brief rundown, that game right now is set for Saturday the 18th, I believe at 5 p.m. So just in case we are filming, that's what time that game will be set for. So this week, though, girls volleyball, senior night, the 10th, I believe it is set for a 4:30 tip-off at Pope Francis. So be sure to tune in for that, as that is versus Southwick. So I'll bring you live coverage of that, as well as the senior ceremonies. As Pope Francis with some good ozone pressure here so far in the opening half of play. And also looking forward into the winter season, we will also be look to bring you boys varsity hockey and boys basketball, as well as some girls basketball games too, hopefully, and girls hockey senior night. Whether that will be at Smead Arena or Amelia, we are unsure. It's a shot to the middle by Matt Walsh as he was going to get a tip redirection in front, as Martowski headed down on the play. But we will look to bring you girls senior night for hockey this year, as well as boys varsity hockey and boys varsity basketball. A big game that we will look for, especially in the season, is basketball versus Central. Those games always packed here, especially whether you're at Pope or at Central, or especially in the Western Mass tournament. When the stakes are high, there is no disappointment, especially in the attendance from both teams at those games. So those are surely games to look out for, and we will certainly make sure that those are games that we will film this winter. As a corner kick here from Matt Walsh sails high and wide over the goaltender's box there. Carlos Vindez looking to spin around and get a shot off. Christian Fiala fires a long-distance shot that'll head well over the goal. So as we said before, Pope, we saw them with really, really good, especially in the Long Meadow game, some really good ozone to start off with. But towards the second half, it just died down. It was not good for them. And ultimately, that's where Long Meadow would capitalize in the end game, winning 2-0 over Pope Francis. And as we take a look here at the Division I power rankings, Ludlow currently sitting at the number 32 spot. For Western Mass teams, St. John's Prep with the number 1 spot, though, in the Division I power rankings for boys soccer. Long Meadow currently at the number 2 spot in the Division II power rankings with a 7-1-3 record. And in hot pursuit of them are the Northampton Blue Devils with a 9-0-2 record. And a little further behind that at the 10 seed is West Springfield, West Side, with a 6-1-5 record. Here, so a lot of Western Mass power here heading into the Division II power rankings and the Division III. Carlos Vindez looking to fire a shot off their sails just wide of the net. But a lot of high anticipation here for the Division II and III power rankings for Western Mass teams, especially heading into the postseason and into the state tournament, as we have a timeout here taken. So we'll step aside, ladies and gentlemen, with 32:42 remaining. Stay tuned. Champions play here live on Pope Prep. Right off the timeout here now. Belchertown back with possession here. So we're going back to that game where it was Longmeadow and Pope Francis. And I can't say enough. A key standout here, especially on the defensive side, is goaltender Max Graham. He's stood on his head when his teams needed him the most. And I really don't think there's much more you could have asked for him, especially in games like that where they're very close games. And we saw Pope heading into the second half. It was a 0-0 game. So it was a game well within reach, certainly for Pope Francis. But unfortunately, they just didn't have it that second half, and that's where Longmeadow would capitalize. And they've done a good job going against opponents so far, especially. That's why they hold the number 2 spot in the Division 2 power rankings so far, especially. So as we said, the remainder of Pope's schedule will be the game versus Belchertown today. The last game at home, Springfield Central, senior night. Be sure to tune in for that. And then they hit the road for a 3-game road schedule versus Chicopee High, Monument Mountain Regional, and to round it all off, Longmeadow High School here before heading into the Western Mass Class A playoffs, and then before heading into the state tournaments where they more than likely will be on the road, judging by the power rankings so far, unless we see a preliminary round opponent play them. So we'll make sure to look out for that. As the ball was sent out of play here along the far side of the field. And Matt Walsh will regroup with it for the Cardinals. So fall sports season quickly coming to a close here, as just about 2 weeks left here before we start to head into postseason here, where it'll be single elimination for boys and girls soccer here, as ball sent out of play on the close side now, as Andrew Jodish will throw it in for the Cardinals. Ball sent in the middle. Fitzgerald looking to fire a shot off, almost sent through the uprights there of the field. So just giving a brief rundown here. Girls soccer so far, still with a really, really good record. 6-1-5 on the season, most recently coming off of a 1-1 tie versus versus Minnechaug. As this weekend they are set for a trip to New Jersey, where they will take on Immaculate Heart Academy and the Pennington School before rounding it all off versus Longmeadow and Belchertown as their last 2 games. So certainly a little bit of out-of-state exposure here for the girls soccer team, but really with a really, really good record here, especially they're ranking high in the Division 3 rankings, I believe holding right now the 5 seed in the D3 rankings, so they will more than likely have home field advantage all the way up until what should be the round of 8, at least. Vinny Sleeper on the defensive side, trying to get the pass over for Dante Sherbin before it is picked off. Belchertown trying to work back the other way. Bialis picks off the pass as he had a cutting man to the middle for the Orioles, as it was Jacob Gladu. So a good pick off there by him as we are just about over the 10-minute mark in the opening half. So goaltender Max Graham will take this out of his own mound now, as Pope Francis looks to work it back upfield, keep this offensive pressure going here. They've done really, really well. While the shots on goal may not have been in favor, certainly, I should say, they are in favor of Pope Francis currently. But rather, while the shots toward the net are not direct, one might say, they have held the ball and possessed in the O-zone a really, really good amount of time so far here. Walsh looking to work out field now. Finds Martowski. Martowski has options. Finds Walsh, though, with a cut move to the middle. Matt Walsh, a little bit of speeder, trying to find Andrew Jodish on the close side. But the ball sent out of play as it was a little too far of a pass. So Pope Francis right now with a 1-0 shot on goal lead. It might sound Weird here, especially. Goaltender Max Graham has not registered a save yet. None have gone in. None have gone in yet for either side. But goaltender Max Graham without a save here as a header to the middle. Martowski looking for the redirect as this will be scooped up all the way out of the zone by Dudek. So 2 for 2 on saves so far. Belchertown trying to work it back in their own D zone though now. Ryan LaCroix working up the far side. Trying to find Chase Connor before the ball sent out of play. Vinny Sleeper will cycle off for Boston Lozier on the outside lines. Trying to throw the ball into play. Fialo sets it back for his defenseman, Fitzgerald and Bialis. Bialis looking far side, though. Pass was tipped, though, heading into the zone by Alexander Reinchek. As Dante Sherbin off to the side went up for the block on Orioles forward Drake Dragon. As two hands up, going for the block, as he did block the initial feed into the zone. We're unsure of the call here from the officials. As Sherbin looking to make up for that play. Sends it up forward. Fitzgerald up zone. Walsh will take it. Rather now it'll be Braden Fitzgerald. A little bit of interesting events there though. As we thought it was going to be a Belchertown throw-in on the initial play. But Dante Sherbin, quite literally, we speak about girls volleyball coming up, with a really good block there along the sidelines. As I believe he thought it should have been Pope possession, and Belchertown jumping the gun there maybe. As this will be steered out of play, and Dante Sherbin will get the throw-in. Sherbin up close side of the field. Headed back out, though. Henry Mueller. Carlos Vindez with the pass, though. Back for Andrew Jodis. Jodis for Fialo. Back for Sherbin. Three-man cycle right now. The pass was picked off, though, again by Mueller. Vinny Sleeper working this way and that. Trying to get something going back upfield. Walsh. Far side pass for Lozier. This play started out of the defensive zone. Now working out upfield. Step move to the inside. Martowski trying to get around one defender. He does. Vindez inside. Jodis trying to fire the shot off. May have got a piece of it. Was Mueller again. Ball sent out of play, though. Sherbin looking to fire a low side shot off there as Vindez was going for the redirect, but the play is called offsides, though. So Pope with some really good sustained pressure here. Shots on goal, 2-0 in favor of the Cardinals. Unfortunately, the shots getting to the net, unfortunately, though, have not reached the net so far. They've gone for a little redirections out a little far. So I think a little key thing to focus on here is they have the opportunities in goal. Just taking that extra step and getting the shot on as Walsh with a shot there. It'll be scooped up, though, by Dudek. As he had Vindez and Jodis pouncing on the opportunity for the rebound. Unfortunately, there would be nothing there, courtesy of Dudek. As Boston Lozier trying to upend Belchertown as they look to get back into the zone here. Nathan Marino, pass off to the side. Use it for Timothy Haley. Haley inside, back trying to find Marino. As he almost had him streaking to the net, there would have been a 1-on-0 on goaltender Max Graham. Walsh, though, works it back upfield on the far side. Lozier in around one person. A nifty little move to the middle there. Good block by Fialo. Trying to break up the pass there as he does. Fialo plays it back for Evan Bialis. Bialis trying to work it upfield. Thought he had Walsh, instead he leaves off for Vindez. Vindez with an aerial pass over for Andrew Jodis. Sherbin and Sleeper. Sleeper picked off, though. So Sherbin will cycle it back up for Vinny Sleeper on the close side, though. Here's the pass upfield for Jodis, who pass would not get to, but Jordan Kalish would send this one out of bounds. So Andrew Jottis back with the throw-in for Pope Francis. Headed immediately down out of the air by Ryan LaCroix. Fialo, good keep in, trying to get the aerial pass back in. Martowski trying to break up the pass. That was sent off by Jacob Gladu. Belchertown with some good offensive pressure there. Official looking off to Timothy Haley as he was looking for a call, but went down on the play. As now down on the play along the backside is Fialo. Inside pass, though. Easy save made by Dudek again. So Fialo back up off of the ground. Dudek 4 for 4 on saves. Belchertown has yet to register a shot on goal here now, nearly halfway through the opening half. Sherbin with the header upfield for Andrew Jottis. 3-man cycle, sleeper up for Walsh. Walsh, inside pass for Vindez. Vindez looking it back for Walsh, trying to get the move to the inside, though. Had the opportunity there, and a nifty move to the middle. But he couldn't fire the shot off as he lost it. And Belchertown looked to clear out of harm's way. Give and go pass along the side, though. Martowski for Walsh. Belchertown, though, looking to work it back upfield. Bialis along the sidelines for Lozier. Lozier, pass brought down. As Belchertown will get fresh legs onto the field. As Gavin Grandmont looking to head onto the field for Pope Francis. Ball work now along the close side of the field. Jottis will work it back for Dante Sherbin, who was not expecting the pass there. But Pope Francis trying to work it back upfield, though. For Matt Walsh. Cycles it off for his defenseman, Evan Bialis. Now working it back upfield, though, is Max Martowski looking inside for Carlos Vindez. Good aggressive slide tackle there. Regain possession and keep possession. For a play sent out of bounds here along the far side. Ball sent up in the air. Walsh trying to get the rebound down low, though. Again, easily gobbled up by Dudek. Pope Francis now 5-0 shots on goal in favor of the Cardinals. It's Dante Sherbin looking to move the ball forward. Belchertown with a lot of defensive zone time here. Very, very little O-zone coverage and cycling. Really just overall flow. Pope Francis has not played on the defensive side for really, I'd say probably more than 4 minutes of this half here. Certainly it's been controlled entirely by Pope Francis. Vinny Sleeper with a good pass there to the middle. Fed by Boston Lozier with a good step move. Keep it in play. Though 18:40 now remaining in the opening half of regulation. Lozier looking to work it middle, though, heads it back out of bounds. Ball sent back into the middle here. Belchertown with a good opportunity. Block shot there, though, by Fitzgerald. I believe that was on Jacob Gladu's shot. Walsh looking to make moves in the middle. Pass picked off, though. Vinny Sleeper upended there in the middle of the field. Tyler Bojali trying to work it back middle. As now we see Belchertown with some ozone pressure here. Nearly 23 minutes in the opening half. As Henry Mueller will take the corner shot. Low, hard shot there. Was redirected in front, not with enough power on it, though, by Jordan Kalish. As Pope Francis will clear out of the zone. Sleeper looking to work middle. Leaves the pass off for Gavin Grandmont. Grandmont upfield, though, looking for Carlos Vindez in a foot race now. Pass cycled back off for Dudek. Vindez was first man on. Fitzgerald looking to move the ball forward. Sherbin upfield for Sleeper. Fialo. Pass intercepted there. Grandmont looking to make a good aggressive play there. As Pope will regain possession. As Braden Antenbo will head into the game. Now for the Cardinals. In for Boston Lozier. Fitzgerald. Back for Evan Bialis. On the far side for Dante Sherbin. Max Martowski now. Has Vindez and Graymont far side. Martowski. Far side for Graymont. Graymont with a little bit of room here. Wise to take a shot. Trying to fire a shot off there. Blocked initially, though making move to the middle. Graymont shot deflected outside by Austin Raymer. Sherbin, throw back into play. Walsh had the header of the redirect. Vindez, though, regains possession here on the far side corner of the field, trying to make a play middle for Martowski or Walsh. Oh, it was directed out of bounds. The play to here to the middle. Vinny Sleeper will pick it off. Belchertown trying to work back. Fialo's long distance shot, as that'll trickle just wide of the net. So Dudek will take it back out of his own mound. Shots on goal 5-0 in favor of the Cardinals. Max Graham has yet to see a shot on goal. Will that play in favor of the Orioles, or will that play in favor of the Cardinals here? Certainly has played in favor as a good offensive showing for Pope Francis so far, but get to worry a little bit, though, if the first shot on net, a little Max Graham trying to scrape the rust off, especially here, want to be very, very square to the ball. Sleeper along the far side for Sherbin. Sherbin upfield for Martowski. Dante Sherbin making a move to the middle. Here looking upfield, trying to find Carlos Vindez. Dudek all the way out of his mound to play it, as he will gather this one up. Sent out to the halfway point. Grandmont went for the initial header, though. Missed it. Christian Fial will have to retake it. Try to work upfield, though. Belchertown, though, will throw it in immediately. Henry Mueller upfield looking for forward Alexander Ryschek. As Max Graham will now play this out of his own mound now. He, again, still without a shot on goal registered here. Still 5-0 shots on goal in favor of the Cardinals here. Now near the 13-minute mark of the remaining first half. Sleeper upfield. I'll work it Back the other way, Bialis. Back up for Sleeper along the far side. Walsh. Trying to get something going. Oh, Orioles have other ideas here. Now it's a turnover midfield. Now Max Graham will get his first save of the night here. And his 90th save this season at home. So 5-1 now. Shots on goal in favor still of Pope Francis. Max Graham, though, tested for the first time tonight. As Belchertown with their first registered shot on goal. As Andrew Jodis will head into play for the Cardinals and back off Max Martowski. Belchertown, though, looking for a mid-lane stretch here as Graham all the way out to play for his second save. As it was the initial play upfield looking for Chase Connor. As I believe we thought it was going to be an initial handball play here, though, from Pope Francis, though. But Matt Walsh will be set to take this indirect kick here at the 20-yard line. So you've seen Pope Francis. They've done very, very well sending people to the net, getting the redirects in front. Will this be it for Pope Francis? And will they get their opening goal of the night and put themselves up 1-0 here? Again, we saw it was a 1-1 tie last time between Pope Francis and Belchertown. Pope Francis looking for the opening goal here. Matt Walsh set to take the indirect kick at the 20-yard line. Indirect kick here. He was looking to dial it top right corner, as he certainly had the power to get it there. Unfortunately, it would sail just wide of the net. Now, so Pope Francis back to the drawing board here. Now nearing the 10-minute mark remaining in the opening half. As Dante Sherman will head off the field for a little bit. And in relief, Andrew Jodis back on field. Grandmont upfield, trying to work a play to the middle. Jodis set pass back for Walsh. Couldn't get the shot off in time as it was sent back out by the Orioles. Lozier, though, working it back for Vinny Sleeper. Sleeper looking to create options in lanes. Inside pass for Lozier. Lozier, Fiala's pass, though, picked off. Belchertown looking to regroup and gain possession. Bialis, touch pass upfield, far side for Lozier. Lozier trying to cycle it back for Jodis, taking down the play here. Belchertown doesn't think it's a call, but from what we can see up here in the press box, it's a very, very blatant call here, as Andrew Jodis taking down the play hard. Fitzgerald with a long-distance kick here, looking for Andrew Jodis front of the net. Sleeper with the header inbound, as taken down the play. Grandmont with what definitely was an exaggerated push by Ryschek. But Belchertown will get the call in favor for them. So now under 9 remaining. The shot blocked there by Gavin Graham. Good aggressive nature here to step up there, as it was Mueller's shot. Mueller back with the throw-in now for the Orioles. Graham looking for the initial header. Won't get there, though. Fitzgerald looking to upset the play. Belchertown right now flopping on any call here. Refs giving them the calls, though, as Timothy Haley, the play there. Though, as Mueller will take the indirect kick from about the 37-yard line. Mueller, shot to the middle, headed down by Fialo. Belchertown looking to work it back upfield. Open man in the middle, though. Nathan Marino got out. Grandmont clears that out of harm's way. Fialo, good nifty move there to the middle. I cycle it between his feet. Far side for Andrew Jodis with a step on. Orioles defender Bojali. Walsh, inside pass now, looking middle for Vindez. Vindez shot blocked there. Again, good block shots here coming from both teams by Jordan Kalish. Bialis with the pass upfield. Fialo. Looking for Walsh. Annenbo, good step up. A very aggressive nature there. Now nearing the 7-minute mark remaining in regulation. As Fiala will head off the field and Martowski back on. So Brandon Antable will take the throw in for Pope Francis. Working upfield for Matt Walsh. Walsh trying to cycle a play middle, though. Belchertown looking to come back out with possession, cycle it out of their own D zone, as they do so here. Chase Connor. Gonna work it back upfield. Now it's under 6:30 remaining in regulation. As Dylan Chapdelaine getting warmed up off on the sidelines. Ball here on the close side. So we thrown back in by Andrew Jodis. So again, Pope right now, stats leader, 4 goals currently at Carlos Vindez and Aiden Zenda. 3 goals apiece so far each. Matt Walsh, 2 goals, 2 assists. So the points total, Walsh and Zenda, 4 points each as they lead this Pope Francis team so far. And in goals, as we said, Vindez and Zenda, Grandmont and Fialo. Grandmont with 2 assists and Fialo with an assist under his belt. And Dante Sherman also with a goal this season so far. Play will be worked up along the far side of the field here. Bialis will get the throw in for Pope Francis, looking upfield for a header for Matt Walsh. Now at the 5-minute mark in regulation. So now we are not on official time. I thought we were on official time there. The remaining 5 minutes in regulation. Belchertown, though, looking to work it back upfield. Get a little bit of an opportunity here. Cycle to the middle, though. Pass was sent out of bounds, or back out of the zone, though. Good play by the Cardinals here in their own defensive zone. Fitzgerald, Annenbo, Bialis on defensive side. Dylan Chapdelaine. First man on, providing pressure. Trying to keep this deep into the Orioles zone here. Mueller has other ideas, though, as he sends it up middle. Finds Timothy Haley. Haley looking along the far side on his horse. Gladu. Trying to make a play to the middle. Had a burst of speed there. Very well could have made something happen, though. Bialis will touch pass up for Boston Lozier. As Matt Walsh gives a pass up for Max Martowski. Or Jonathan Martowski, rather. Trying to look inside for Chapdelaine. Orioles will clear this one. Not out of the zone, not out of bounds, as Lozier taking down the play. I believe this call will go in favor of Pope Francis. Under 3:40 now remaining in regulation. Walsh with the indirect kick here. Headed to the middle. Belchertown looking to just clear it out of the zone. Picked off, though, by Dylan Chapdelaine. Chapdelaine, pass over for Jodis. Chapdelaine trying to fire a shot off. It was blocked in front, though, by Burrows. As he is down in the play now. Burrows back up. Walsh to the corner kick here. Sent into the middle, though. Chaos here in front. As the rebound, they're picking at it. Now Vindes fires a shot off, a hard shot there. Blocked by Haluch. As it was a good scramble down low below the 10-yard line. Here right in front of Dudek. Though along the far side, Belchertown has other ideas. Gladu looking to get the pass middle. Fire a shot off there, though. Blocked by Fitzgerald. Lucas Haluch again trying to find the back of the net. Here now, 2 minutes remaining in regulation. So now, or not on official time. I think this clock might run out. We're all the way to 0 for the opening half. As Max Graham sends it upfield. Or it is sent out of bounds. So Burrows will get the throw in. Minute 30 now remaining in regulation. This has been a majorly Pope Francis controlled half here. Belchertown with a couple of opportunities here, but Pope Francis has just been piling on the pressure and the opportunities and the shot opportunities as well. Annenbo with a good defensive body there to keep it up, work it upfield before he's taken down on the play. Shots on goal still 5-2 in favor of the Cardinals. Annenbo works it back upfield for Grandmont. Pass picked off, though, in the middle. Kalish trying to work it middle. Fitzgerald picks out the pass. Upfield trying to find Chapdelaine. Walsh, though, has to work quick here. Under a minute now remaining in regulation. Walsh along the far side. Martowski with a big body presence there as he was taking down the play. No call there, though. As we will get a timeout taken by Belchertown. So we'll step aside, ladies and gentlemen, with 42.2 on the clock. Stay tuned. Champions play here live on Pope Prep. Back off the Belchertown timeout here. Walsh with a good opportunity here on an indirect kick. 42.2 on the clock. Another opportunity for Pope Francis to get the 1-0 lead here. Opening goal still has not yet to be drawn. Walsh looks to draw first blood. Walsh sent into the middle. Offsides is the call, though, as it was Chapdelaine cutting middle. He got a deflection on it. Unfortunately, the shot would head over the net. But the opportunities certainly presenting themselves here late in this first half here, as Belchertown has to work very, very quickly here if they want any chance at getting a scoring opportunity. Now 20 seconds remaining in regulation. Pass sent all the way to the middle. Jadis, though, picks off the pass. Chapdelaine trying to work it back middle. Any shots going now. Aiden Zenda trying to get it back up field, though. 5 seconds remaining. Have to fire a shot off here quick if you're Pope Francis. No, it won't get back up the field. And just like that, time has expired. So we head into the halftime. 0-0 tied game. Coming up, ladies and gentlemen, second half will break down, or second half where we will see the remainder of the game. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, live here on Pope Prep. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we are underway here for the second half of play here between your Pope Francis Cardinals and the visiting Belchertown Orioles. Here, Pope Francis starting out strong here. So just a little bit of a brief rundown what we saw in the opening half here. Majorly controlled by Pope Francis here in their own O-zone here. Defensively, great job. A little bit of one scramble on net, but Pope Francis has had the opportunities to fire the shots off. Unfortunately, they just haven't been on net here. Shots on goal still 5-2 in favor of Pope Francis as they look to turn things around here, but still currently at a 0-0 game. Very tight game here, ladies and gentlemen. These two teams did square off earlier in the season, and it would result in a 1-1 tie. So Pope Francis looking for the opening goal here. They've had many opportunities here. Belchertown, though, looking to flip the script and keep Pope's losing streak alive here. Both teams trying to snap a losing streak game. Vindez, though, good pressure on the ball, taking down the play, though. As it is Tyler's freshman defenseman for the Orioles to upend him, heading downfield. Sherbin moves to the middle, taken down on the play, though. Pass picked off, though, as it's turned over. Orioles look to move the other way as a big flop there toward the middle. No way. There's no way the official can call that. Surely here, as I believe he did. But wow. Oh, my. A big flop here in the middle by Timothy Haley. I mean, this is just... We talk about the calls, especially here by the officiating staff, the ones that do and don't get away. But this is one you certainly can't let away here. Yes, in a close game, a 0-0 game, you can't let this one go. Especially here in the opening couple of minutes. The shot initially fake, though, for it to sail over the net. Max Graham may have gotten a piece of it, though. As it was an able to get to the net for a redirect. So Max Graham will play it now back out of his own mound. Trying to work it up forward. Vindez, a little trying to get a shot off there, though. Dudek will gain his 6th save of the night, though. That pass is moved back up forward. Andrew Jott is looking to work something upfield. Along the shots to the middle here, along the far side, sailed over the net. But along the close side here, Bialis picks it off. Trying to get the pass upfield for Lozier. Pass picked off, though, again. We're going to come back the other way. Tyler Burrows. Martowski. Looking middle. Trying to find Matt Walsh. Pass a little out in front, though. As Dudek will gather it up. Shots on goal now 7-2 in favor of the Cardinals. Here. Opening the 5 minutes of this second half. So as the ball sent out of play here along the far side of the field. So subs on for Belchertown. As I like to turn things around here. So this ball will be played on the far side of the field. Inbounded by Henry Mueller. Or rather, upfield for Mueller. Vindez on his horse there, trying to cause Mueller to cough up the ball. As this will now be Pope possession here in the opening 6 minutes of play. Sherbin, throw in. Upfield for Vindez. Taken down. Vindez now looking middle. Finds Martowski. Martowski looking to give a little touch pass upfield for Walsh. Said he finds Lozier. Boston Lozier. Play picked off, though, by Belchertown. Fialo trying to step up there in the middle. Spinorama move there, though, by Orioles midfielder Nathan Marino. Sherbin pass down to the middle for Andrew Jottis, who's being grabbed here along the sidelines. Belchertown playing a game of pass here. Haley upfield trying to find a middleman, and Graham all the way out to make the save here as he tallies his third save of the night. Again, another thing we've seen here, Max Graham, really, really good aggressive plays here out of his box and knowing when to take those darts upfield. As he has done a good job of that so far throughout the home game stretch that we have seen here. So Pope with a win would put them at 3-4-5. Belchertown with the win would put them at 7-4-2. As we said earlier, for those of you that are just tuning in, we have a losing streak for both teams that they are looking to snap. Pope currently on a 3-game losing streak. Belchertown on a 1-game losing streak. That one loss coming to Longmeadow. Pope Francis most recently off a loss to Ludlow with a 2-0 loss there at home. As Andrew Jottis will inbound this ball along the far side of the field. As Carlos Vindez streaking middle of the net. Dante Sherbin, Shap Delane, and Martowski front net. Martowski is stepping back, trying to get a opportunity there. Vindez, though, all alone in front here, had the header, the initial play, trying to keep it inbound, as I believe he doesn't. But Vindez with a good read on the play there. He nearly could have put Pope Francis up 1-0 here 10 minutes into the second half. Ball sent all the way out to the 50-yard mark here. Martowski looking to do something with it. Gives the pass off over for Fialo. Pope Francis with a good pickoff here on the Dudek punt to the 50-yard line. Lozier will cycle back for his defenseman, Braden Fitzgerald. Pressured on hard. Bought the fake, though. Fitzgerald with a good fake. Christian Fraga bought the fake by Fitzgerald. Sold for $1.50. As really making Fitzgerald look pretty good there at the 40-yard mark. Lozier, inbound pass for Sleeper. Sleeper trying to get on his horse and move along the close sideline, though. That'll be sent back out of play, though, by Drake Dragon. Walsh, inside pass. Belchertown looking to move it upfield. Fialo trying to move it up the close side for Walsh. Pass, though, can't get kept into the zone. So we thrown in now by Nathan Marino. Lozier with the pass, trying to work it back upfield. Lozier headed down by Drake Dragon. Back for Lozier, though. A good physical play to keep possession. Fialo. Upfield looking for Martowski. Pass picked off, though. Bialis will let this one roll out of bounds. as it was Christian Fraga that last touched it. Martowski trying to get the pass back for Lozier. Orioles looking to pick off the pass, though, as they do. Vinny Sleeper, though, trying to work it back upfield. Sleeper forgot the ball there at the 45-yard mark. Sherbin cycles it back for Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald along the 20-yard line now for Bialis. Bialis to the center for Fialo. Bialis, good sidestep there. Lozier inside, trying to find Carlos Vindez. No, Belchertown will work it back the other way now. Nearly 12 minutes gone by in this second half. As this will be worked back upfield. Shot, score there! I believe it was Matt Walsh on the initial feed. Yes, it is. It's Matt Walsh off the rebound. So he puts Pope Francis up 1-0. It was a shot from the 30-yard line. And a redirection on the header out in front. As Pope off and running as they draw first blood here. Into the second half. 11 minutes and 41 seconds in. Pope opening goal here, as it was going to come sooner or later for Pope Francis. On the 8th shot, it finally beats senior goaltender Luke Dudek. So Pope now with the lead here as we head into what is going to be the later half of the second half. With third goal on the season. So he now ties Zenda and Vindez for the scoring leaders here, as the trio with 9 goals under their belt. Vindez, Zenda, and Walsh now. 3 goals apiece. As Belchertown is going to have to find another gear here, as they have not had really any ozone time, let alone the first half, but now in the second half. As hold on, could be a little bit of a eating my words here. Max Graham all the way down to play it. They score though. I just jinxed it though, and Graham in frustration here as he made the initial save off the shot there. But the rebound was put home by Alex Ryschek. They did. Ryschek had the rebound here as Pope Francis silenced a minute and a half later. So Belchertown with the equalizer, courtesy of Alex Ryschek. So Rychek with the goal. A little bit of a confrontation here. Jadis trying to work middle for Matt Walsh. Pass all the way out to the middle, though. As it was trying to get redirected in front. Still in the middle, though. They're scrambling for it. Walsh had an open opportunity here, but it's called offsides, I believe. So, 25 minutes now remaining in regulation. At a 1-1 standstill, which was once broken by Matt Walsh. But a minute 20 later, Alex Rychek with the equalizer. As Belchertown again trying to get the go-ahead goal here. Working in the middle now before it is cleared out of harm's way and work back upfield. As Zanetti, Enrico Zanetti, want to work it upfield, the midfielder for the Cardinals. Vindez, a little step move there to the middle, trying to rainbow the pass. Carlos Vindez in on goal now. Shot, he scores! What a goal! It's Carlos Vindez regaining his lead, his team scoring with 4 goals now on the season. What a move and what an individual effort there. As he puts Pope on his back now with the go-ahead goal. So what a sequence of events here that we have. All within a 4-minute time period. The opening goal, the tying goal, and again, the go-ahead goal. Now the question is, does Belchertown have an answer for a phenomenal play there by Carlos Vindez? A beautiful move to the inside and finished with in the back of their net by Carlos Vindez here at 24:41. Here as back up the field though now. Belchertown trying to get some sustained pressure going back the other way now. So all within a 4-minute period that we had here. We said before, opening goal, tying goal, and the go-ahead goal. About a minute, 20 seconds later, Carlos Vindez finds the back of the net on goaltender Luke Dudek. Shots on goal, 9-4 in favor of the Cardinals still. Belchertown, as we said before, they got to find another gear here if they really want it and want to tie this game up. Otherwise, they could move on to a 2-game losing streak, and Pope Francis could be looking to end their 3-game losing streak, which is what they are hoping for so far here. And last time Belchertown would come out with a victory versus Pope Francis would be October 25th of 2021. So right now on a 4-year drought versus the Cardinals here, as that last win would be a 3-2 win. But other than that, it has been tie games and wins for Pope Francis here in their last 4 meetings. Pope Francis 2-0-2 in their last 4 meetings versus Belchertown. Belchertown, though, 0-2-2 with the 2 ties and the 2 losses coming last year and in 2023. So a lot at stake here. Vindez again, though, with a steal away. Could have a little bit of open room here. He'll take it himself, trying to work to the middle. Calls Vindez with a step back here. Play the middle. Finds Zanetti. Zanetti's shot sent over the net. Dudek plays it out of his own mound now. 21:45 remaining in regulation. Double on the far side field here. As Belchertown gets the throw in here. Headed to the middle, though. Could be a little opportunity if they work quickly here. Pope Francis with a good clear, though, out of the zone. As Timothy Haley couldn't bury the rebound. As off on the sidelines now, Joseph Slattery will come into the game for the Cardinals at forward. Here under 21 now remaining in regulation. Good aggressive step up there, though, by Vialis. Lozier with a good job to keep the man to the outside. Belchertown, good pick off there, though, by Walsh. As Vinny Sleeper and Joe Slattery looking to get back into the game here. So off the field for Andrew Jottis and Enrico Zanetti. Corner kick here to the middle. Shot initially deflected to the outside. As Max Graham made sure to steer that one off to the side. Made sure it was going wide here. No opportunities here. Pope Francis with a 2-1 lead. Pass off to the middle. Timothy Haley looking to get something going here as the shot. Trickle just over the net. For Pope will regain possession now. So goaltender Max Graham will take this out of his own mound now. 19 minutes remaining in regulation. Pope and Belchertown. Both teams looking to snap the losing streak that they've had. Pope looking for its 3rd win. Belchertown looking for its 7th on the season here. Vindez trying to get the lead pass up middle. Grandmont taking down the play. No call there, though, by the officials here. Headed forward, though. Belchertown looking to work back to the middle. A little bit of a step in a play there. Goaltender Max Graham all the way out to play it, though. They missed the net as it was a good aggressive nature here. While the shot was missed, a big risk-reward opportunity as Nico Pisano sent that shot just wide of net. He had Max Graham, what could have been nearly beat here. As what was a big gamble on a play that could have and might not have worked. But the odds were in favor of goaltender Max Graham. So we still stand at a 2-1 game here. As Belchertown will get the corner kick here to the middle. Deflected off to the side, though. Scrambling for it. Max Graham all the way down the plate, though. Scrambled for it. The feet. I believe he made the initial save. Fiala looking to head it out of the zone here. And Pope will clear it. Graham with his 5th shot on goal. And a big one up in front here as he was down sprawling on the ground to keep this a 1-goal game for Pope Francis here with their lead. As the ball will be cleared out of bounds. Along the close side here. Lozier, good aggressive step up. Back for Grandmont. Grandmont upfield for Carlos Vindez. Vindez header taken down the play, though. As I believe we should get a call here in favor of the Cardinals. As Vinda has taken down the play, as we're hoping he's all right here. So we'll get an indirect kick here from Fitzgerald. Good opportunity right now to put this game out of reach. Clock currently stopped at 16:44. Fitzgerald with an indirect kick. Headed to the middle. Vindez trying to get the redirect shot there. Grandmont trying to stuff home the rebound. Slattery's trying to get the rebound as well. Belchertown clear, though. 3 opportunities missed by Pope Francis as they look to get and secure the lead that they have so far. 2-goal lead would be very, very comfortable for Pope Francis, though they look to come out of this game with a victory, held high over their heads here, and end their 3-game losing streak. Belchertown is going to have to hit another gear here if they want any chance at coming back in this game and at least tying it up. Orioles trying to work it back upfield, though. Walsh, good aggressive nature. Keeping it back in play. Sleeper. Grandmont trying to step up and keep it below the 50-yard line in the O-zone for Pope. Taking down the play, though, on the far side was Burrows. As I believe we have a timeout taken here. So we'll step aside, ladies and gentlemen. With 15:16 remaining in regulation, Belchertown calls timeout. 2-1 Pope Francis. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Champions play here live on Pope Prep. Back here off of the Belchertown timeout. Indirect kick here, lob to the middle. Jadis looking to get a header on it, though. It's Fitzgerald. Trying to work it back upfield, though. Sweeper. Picked off, though, by Belchertown forwards. As this will be moved back upfield. For a throw-in along the far side. Orioles trying to work it back forward. Sleeper, good pick off there in the middle. Now as it's taken back by Drake Dragon. Dragon. Pass picked off by Bialis. Fitzgerald's header up for Sleeper. Martowski looks far side of the field. Vindez there, though, looking for his second goal, as well as Walsh. Both already with one under their belt, now looking to pot two is the question for them tonight. As Martowski down on the ground on the far side of the field. Here, so we've said it time and time again. Belchertown got to find another gear here if you want any chance of tying this game. They haven't found that yet, though. That's the big problem so far. They've had a good couple opportunities and rushes upfield, but nothing yet to answer this Pope Francis defense and the offense going back forward. Jodish trying to fire a shot off. Though before it was cleared out of the zone. Orioles could work quick here. They could have a 2-on-1 upfield. Though pass picked off. Good defensive play by Bialis as he'll work it back upfield. Now back the other way. Jodish in a foot race. Trying to be first man out of the ball with Ryan LaCroix. Grandmont, step up there. Good play. Trying to work it for Carlos Vindez. Vindez looking to the middle. Finds Vinny Sleeper. Sleeper. Touch pass forward along the far, or rather close side of the field. Finds Jonathan Martowski. Martowski looking inside. Trying to find Carlos Vindez in his office, though. No one there. Walsh trying to take it himself. Good individual effort there, but the play's broken up. Orioles Timothy Haley trying to work forward, though. As Belchertown will get the corner kick here with under 13 remaining in regulation. Corner kick here, sent into the middle, deflected out of bounds. Vindez, a little touch pass. Just looking to clear it out of the zone for now. Ford has worked back upfield. Lozier throwing. Vindez looking for the header up forward. Martowski has a streaking man. Matt Walsh with what could be a burst of speed. Moved to the middle looking for his second goal again. Walsh, oh, what a save made there by Dudek. Would have been a highlight reel goal to add on to Carlos Vindez's go-ahead goal. But he was shut down by Luke Dudek. What a stop there. As all the way out sprawling to make the save was Dudek. And that might be the save of the night that we've seen here so far. I mean, a great and beautiful individual effort there by Matt Walsh, who was looking for his second goal, but unfortunately cut down by Luke Dudek. As Walsh again, now with his second opportunity here with a corner kick. Play sent to the middle, all the way down to grab it was Dudek. Vindez with a rainbow shot there, trying to work it back to the middle. Sleeper gets the pickoff. Sleeper looking to go over for Carlos Vindez. Vindez trying to fire a shot off once again. Though, he sent back out of bounds and out of the goal mound for Dudek. 10-5. Double shots on goal in favor of the Cardinals. Pope has had more to show for here tonight, and they have certainly wanted it more, especially than Belchertown. They're coming to life in the second half. Belchertown looking for an answer. They had the initial one, but the question, will they have the second one, or will they fall here tonight for the third time in the past 5 years? Walsh trying to get a pass over head of Austin Raymer. As this will be a throw-in by Matt Walsh along the close side of the field. Leaves the touch for Gavin Grandmont. Walsh trying to make a move to the middle. Ball still with a good body presence here. As ball still in play here along the corner. Grandmont trying to keep it in. Ford is finally sent out of bounds. Pope just looking to kill the clock here. Have the 2-1 lead. Under 10 remaining in regulation. Here, the goal. Nothing too fancy, but certainly just kill the clock here. Walsh, good move to the middle. Picked off, though. Grandmont, second man on. Trying to provide him some support. Martowski, Jodis, and Grandmont all down low. Ball kept in, though, by Grandmont. Martowski trying to work it back into the corner. Again, just kill the clock. Ball was not sent out of play, though. Here, could see it still in bounds, but the official thought it was out. Sleeper trying to pick off the pass. Lozier trying to work it middle. Dante Sherbin trying to create a lane for himself. Cycles the pass off for Braden Fitzgerald. 8:50 now remaining in regulation. Fitzgerald. Close side for Lozier. Lozier's pass was blocked off the initial feed. Martowski. Going to work at middle. Has Sleeper heading to the net front, though. Dudek with a good square save. There for his 9th of the night. Whoa, 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 boys. Fans getting into it now. Fiala back onto the field for the Cardinals. Things getting heated here in the bleachers as well as on the field, especially for Pope Francis. 2-1 lead, 7:10 remaining. Throw in all the way to the net. Max Graham out to play it, and a save made there for his 5th of the night. Shots on goal 6-11 in favor of Pope Francis again. Grandmont trying to keep it moving forward, though. Belchertown, good nature to move it forward. Fitzgerald, back for Grandmont. Grandmont trying to get something going forward. Sleeper. Sends the ball out of the zone here. Sherbin will get the throw in. Leaving off for Jodis. Sent forward by Grandmont. Grandmont trying to make a pass to himself there on the far side. Or Dudek will regain possession here. 6 minutes now remaining in regulation. Sleeper, header forward. Still going to kill the clock here if you're Pope Francis. Belchertown, you got to have something miraculous here in these last 6 minutes, as we have not seen any offensive pressure here at all, other than the one answer they had to the opening goal scored by Matt Walsh. We've seen a big lack in pressure here by Belchertown, as Lozier will get the throw in. Trying to work it upfield for Fialo. Belchertown and Pope in really a pinball game here in the middle. Grandmont taking down the play. Now nearing the 5-minute mark remaining in regulation. Lozier with the throw-in, though, immediately headed back out of the zone, though, by Orioles defenseman Tyler Burrows. Lozier, throw-in for Martowski. Sent back out of the zone, though, on the initial feed. Grandmont got a piece of it. So this will be Belchertown possession here. Fialo trying to work it upfield for Vindez, trying to get the lead pass forward. Sleeper and Grandmont tag team to the middle, taking the man down. As the initial play here, Grandmont with a block, and I believe he could get a yellow card here if he's not careful. Yes, he's given a warning. So he's sent off the field. It was definitely an initial play, though, made by Drake Dragon. Or rather, no, Austin Raymer. As a little bit of a confrontation between Raymer, Sleeper, and Grandmont prior to getting the ball up to the 45-yard mark. And then the hit off the back of Grandmont out of bounds. Raymer will get the indirect kick here. 47-yard line. Or rather, 47 yards out of goaltender Max Graham. Raymer shot all the way to the middle. Pope looking to clear it, though. Inside, Orioles forward Mueller trying to get something going. Shot sailed just wide and low of the net, though. Kick here now for Timothy Haley's shot sent down and directed out of play. Graham, punt all the way out to the 50. Sent back into the zone by Bialis, though. Vindez looking to clear it, though. Belchertown looks to work it back upfield. Ryan Robinson with a good self-pass there to the middle. Vindez, upfield. Walsh has Robinson cutting middle, though. Walsh trying to take it himself, though. Ball sent out of bounds. Hope we're going to just kill anything they can here. As far as time off the clock, 3:13 now remaining in regulation. Vindez, good slide tackle there to get the regain possession for Pope Francis. Cleared back up the zone. Ryan Robinson going to get something going forward. Sleeper. Pass back over for Jadis. 2:40 now remaining in regulation. Sleeper up for Jadis, headed back out of the zone. .230 now remaining in regulation. Jadis taking down the play again, along with a couple of Orioles on the far side of the field. Time slowly winding down, though. 2-1 the score. Belchertown now realizing do or die situation here. Tie the game or go home with the loss is what the result will probably be here. There's a ball sent out on play on the far side of the field. Under 2 minutes now remaining in regulation. This ball is cleared upfield. Matt Walsh all the way out to get it. At the 50-yard mark. Cleared downfield, though. Bialis trying to work it back upfield. Vindez. Trying to lead the pass over for Matt Walsh. Walsh trying to make a move inside. Robinson trying to regain the pass, though. Now nearing the final minute of regulation. Orioles trying to get something going here. Got a cycle going. One last offensive rush downfield. Final minute now remaining in regulation. 1-goal game. Pope Francis looking to end a 3-game losing streak. Belchertown looking to end a 1-game losing streak. And Pope looking for their 3rd win of the season. Walsh doing his best to kill some time here. Lozier trying to work it back upfield. Walsh, good body here along the close side. Trying to keep it back in play. Belchertown will gain possession. So the clock is stopped here at 28-7. So do or die for Belchertown here. End a losing streak gone over 4 years, which will more than likely not be the case for them here as the final 20 seconds tick down off the clock. It has now stopped at 18.9. Here, so all Pope has to do is just hold possession here in their own zone. And they will come out with the victory on top. Dudek trying to work it back upfield. Final 10 seconds now remaining in regulation. Belchertown has to fire a shot off here very, very quickly if they want any chance at tying this game. 3, 2, and 1. Pope Francis holds on, and they have their 3rd win of the season. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up, we have the Cardinal postgame we saw and what we hope to see in the upcoming events live here on Pope Prep. as we bring you a 2-1 game here. Pope out on top as they now improve to 3-4-5 on the season here. Carlos Vindez with a highlight reel here. Make sure to check that back on the film here, all on the far side, as he would have the go-ahead goal for the Cardinals to put them up 2-1 over the Orioles here. Pope snaps a 3-game losing streak courtesy of Matt and Carlos Vindez with the go-ahead goal. While the open as volleyball Friday night at 5, I believe, should be the tip-off for the Cardinals, saying so from Springfield. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Listen.